She has delivered a number of in-kind and financial assistance to help the government and the people of Pakistan in the recovery stage of disaster. The government of Indonesia has mobilized 100 tons of humanitarian assistance in the form of medical equipment, sanitary products, electric generators, and other logistical equipment, which amounting to $1.2 million. We have also dispatched a medical team of 29 personnel to provide health assistance to the impacted population in the province of Karachi. Most recently, the government has further contributed a cash contribution of $1 million to the National Disaster Management Authority of Pakistan for rehabilitation and reconstruction effort. As a country which annually exposed to no less than 3,500 disaster events during 2022, allow us to share 3 key lessons on large-scale disaster recovery and reconstruction drawn from the reconstruction of Aceh following the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. First, organize. All governments have immense pressure to show quick results to recover from a natural disaster. It is therefore important that the coordinating agency is established or designated and equipped with the necessary authority and strong leadership to take charge on the reconstruction effort. Second, execute. Behind every disaster, there is an opportunity to recover stronger the affected communities. This means more than just rebuilding physical facilities that is superior in quantity and quality, but also an opportunity to strengthen social capital and community capacity through community-led reconstruction initiative by involving the community in all stages of reconstruction. This will serve as both an aid to trauma healing and at the same time improve project governance and transparency. Last, funding. While we know that funding is critical, there is a need to ensure both financial efficiency and sustainability. The two are mutually reinforcing and important to maintain the support of international community that in turn will encourage a higher conversion rate of pledged funds. Long-term partnerships require first step. And as long as the integrity of the process is maintained and projects are well targeted, donors and funding will continue to grow. It is our utmost confidence that Pakistan will be able to recover from this disaster better, greener, and toward a more resilient society. And the government and people of Pakistan can always count on Indonesia as a friend and a partner. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. I now request the Ambassador and Permanent Representative of Kuwait to make his brief statement.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. معالي رئيس وزراء باكستان الإسلامية الشقيقة، معالي أمين عام الأمم المتحدة، أصحاب السمو والمعالي والسعادة، السيدات والسادة رؤساء وأعضاء الوفود المشاركة، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يسرني في البداية أن أتوجه بالشكر والتقدير.
My pleasure to extend my expression of thanks and appreciation to Pakistan for organizing this conference, and I'd like also to thank the United Nations for the ongoing efforts in making sure that this conference takes place, and we'd like also to recognize the good international offices to support the process of reconstruction and development in Pakistan after this catastrophe disaster that is considered one of the worst in contemporary history, and we'd like to express our sincere sympathy and solidarity with its people after all of the loss of life and displacement of communities and the destruction of more than 1 million homes in various provinces. Ladies and gentlemen, recognizing the size of the destruction that has been witnessed in Pakistan, Kuwait has been among the first, both officially and through its grassroots organizations, to extend a supporting hand to the people of Pakistan in order to ensure that there's enough assistance to weather the storm and to help Pakistan in addressing the situation. And we presented a fast-track donation that has been distributed to the international agencies working in the field, and also extended to the National Pakistani Authority on Natural Disaster Management, making sure that those donations will reach those who need them most. And Kuwait did more than that. It has responded to the basic needs after the disaster and has contributed to the efforts to help Pakistan recover and rehabilitate and rebuild. And the Kuwaiti Fund for Arab Economic Development is continuing on with development projects that have been initiated earlier in various sectors linked to infrastructure, energy, water, transportation, and education. And here we seize the opportunity to express the intention of the Kuwaiti Fund to work together with the Pakistani government to pinpoint the critical and priority sectors that require such projects in order to help the country overcome this moment of hardship. And this should include the Mohammed Dam hydroelectric project. And in conclusion, we hope that the conference will reach the outcomes that we all hope for the 4RF. This includes resilience, recovery, rehabilitation, and reconstruction that should benefit from multi-sector cooperation initiatives and projects addressing the most urgent needs of the Pakistani people, while at the same time working towards building capacity in a complementary fashion to the process of projects and the relief efforts that have been undertaken earlier as we witness the level of difficulty that the country is going through. And we look forward to progress and prosperity for the brotherly nation of Pakistan. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your statement. I just want to inform everyone that our parallel session on the Living Indus, chaired by our climate minister, has begun in room 25. We're just going to wrap up our last three speakers here before continuing to the provincial session, and we will be skipping our coffee break. I now request the ambassador and permanent representative of Poland to give his statement.
Thank you, Chair. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, on behalf of the Polish government, I would like to express our sympathy and solidarity with the authorities and the people of Pakistan for the loss of so many lives in the last year's devastating floods. The sheer scale of destruction brought about by the natural disaster is beyond words, which underlines the urgent need to make concerted efforts to strengthen the resilience and mitigate the effects of such crises in the future. Poland is convinced that climate considerations should be mainstreamed into the development agenda. Therefore, we align our development assistance with the principle of counteracting climate change. In this context, it is to be noted that climate action is a cross-cutting priority for Polish aid according to the Multi-Annual Development Cooperation Programme 2021-2030, Solidarity for Development. In order to express our solidarity with the people of Pakistan, Poland itself, hosting millions of refugees who fled the war in neighboring Ukraine, contributed in 2022 $50,000 to the UNHCR for the humanitarian support for the most affected Pakistani citizens that experienced displacement caused by the floods. Pakistan is an important partner of Poland in the South Asia region, and we look forward to further enhancing Polish-Pakistani cooperation in the areas of mutual interest. We would like to see Pakistan a stable, reliable, and prosperous country in the volatile South Asia region. Therefore, we support the quick post-floods recovery, rehabilitation, and reconstruction of Pakistan in a climate-resilient manner. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you. I now request the ambassador
मारूफ
and
पाकिस्तानी
permanent
अदाकारा को
representative of
बैरून मुल्क
Luxembourg
बुलाकर डायरेक्टर ने
to
क्या
share his
हरकत की।
remarks.
होटल में रात को तवायफें आती हैं। अदाकारा वीडियो में तफसील बताते रो पड़ी।
2022 floods have shown Pakistan's high vulnerability to
पाकिस्तान
climate
की
change
मारूफ
despite
अदाकारा सैयदा
contributing
महरीन
less
शाह
than
ने
1%
वीडियो में
to
बताया
global
कि कराची के
greenhouse
डायरेक्टर
gas
एहसान
emissions.
जैदी ने
The
उन्हें
scale of the
बाकू बुलाया
disaster is
और हरासा किया।
unprecedented and will
उनका एहसान
take
जैदी
a
के साथ
collective
काम
international
करने का
effort to
पहला तजुर्बा था।
effectively
एहसान
link
जैदी
and
का
transition
इंडिया
from
से
humanitarian
प्रोड्यूसर सर्राज
response
गुप्ता
to recovery. Early December last year, Luxembourg pledged an additional €1 million to the humanitarian response, which brings our total
मारूफ
contribution to
पाकिस्तानी अदाकारा
€1.5
को
million
बैरून मुल्क बुलाकर
in
डायरेक्टर ने
2022.
क्या
These
हरकत की।
contributions
होटल में
come,
रात
of
को
course, on
तवायफें
top of
आती हैं।
those made by the
अदाकारा
EU,
वीडियो में
but we are
तफसील
currently
बताते रो
examining the
पड़ी।
possibility of additional national contributions in
पाकिस्तान की
2023. Furthermore, Luxembourg remains committed to allocating 1% of its GNI to official development assistance. We also continue to work on human rights-based climate action through international climate funding. In doing so, we work on the continued implementation of the Agenda 2030 SDGs, including through the resolution on Agenda 2030 and human rights that we will be presenting during the 52nd session of the Human Rights Council this March. Luxembourg just recently adopted its latest humanitarian action strategy, and we are committed to supporting the reconstruction of vital infrastructure with the aim of rebuilding and improving the resilience of conflict and disaster-affected communities and restoring basic services. We also will strengthen our partnership with humanitarian actors to invest in recovery preparedness, mainstream disaster risk reduction and its programs, and leverage
मारूफ पाकिस्तानी अदाकारा को बैरून मुल्क बुलाकर डायरेक्टर ने क्या हरकत की। होटल में रात को तवायफें आती हैं। अदाकारा वीडियो में तफसील बताते रो पड़ी। पाकिस्तान की मारूफ अदाकारा सैयदा महरीन शाह ने वीडियो में बताया कि कराची के डायरेक्टर एहसान जैदी ने उन्हें बाकू बुलाया और हरासा किया। उनका एहसान जैदी के साथ काम।
More generally, the Luxembourg government has engaged the country's vibrant financial sector in an innovative partnership to raise additional climate financing inter alia through blended public-private financing, enhancing Pakistan's resilience to shocks and stresses amidst climate change, especially for the poorest, by addressing the underlying drivers of vulnerability and building back better, is essential for the country's future. You can count on Luxembourg's support. I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency. And finally, the Executive Director of the Green Climate Fund.
Thank you, Chair. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Green Climate Fund, please allow me to express our deepest sympathy and solidarity with the people of Pakistan in these difficult times. To date, GCF has committed $136 million, together with a total co-financing of $592 million toward climate-resilient development in Pakistan. GCF-supported projects aim to enhance flood risk management, water management, climate-resilient agriculture, resilient transportation, and renewable energy system. GCF has also a pipeline of almost $1 billion in Pakistan for 2023-2024, with up to $209 million in GCF financing and $756 million in co-financing. This pipeline aligns with the Living Indus initiative and the Resilient Recovery, Rehabilitation and Reconstruction Framework for Pakistan. Notably, two funding proposals are focusing on integrated flood risk management and should be ready for approval by the GCF board in 2023. Several initiatives to catalyze private sector finance to complement public resources will also be explored. For example, work is progressing on an impact private equity fund targeting climate adaptation in the agricultural sector. Pakistan might also wish to join existing and planned GCF-supported multi-country programs, such as the ADB multi-country program for community-level adaptation investment. GCF is planning a technical mission to Pakistan during the first quarter of 2023 to better understand country's priorities and expedite its pipeline development in Pakistan. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Your Excellency and everybody who contributed to today's session. We're now going to move on to the provincial session, for which we will just change things around. In 2 minutes, we'll start the next session.
शाह बिलावल भुट्टो जरदारी जिनीवा में रेजिलिएंट पाकिस्तान कॉन्फ्रेंस के दूसरे मरहले की मेज़बानी कर रहे हैं। इस दौरान मुकर्रीन ने खिताब किया। कॉन्फ्रेंस में शरका ने पाकिस्तान के साथ सैलाब के मुतासरीन की बहाली के लिए यकजहती का इजहार किया और अपने इमदाद की यकीन दहानी भी कराई। इंडोनेशिया ने सैलाब मुतासरीन के लिए $1 मिलियन की इमदाद का ऐलान किया है। 10 अरब 57 करोड़ डॉलर्स की इमदाद का ऐलान हो चुका है, जबकि इस्लामी तरक्याती बैंक 4 अरब 20 करोड़ डॉलर्स, वर्ल्ड बैंक 2 अरब डॉलर्स, एशिया तरक्याती बैंक $1.5 अरब डॉलर्स, सऊदी अरब $1 अरब डॉलर्स, फ्रांस 34 करोड़ 50 लाख डॉलर्स, जबकि चीन और यूएस एड का 10-10 करोड़ डॉलर्स देने का ऐलान हो चुका है। दूसरा मरहला मुकम्मल हुआ है। एक मुख्तसर सा वक्फा है, जिसके बाद तीसरे मरहले की तरफ कॉन्फ्रेंस बढ़ेगी। 9 जनवरी के लिए आज जिनीवा में होने वाली रेजिलिएंट पाकिस्तान कॉन्फ्रेंस, जिसमें पाकिस्तान में आने वाले तबाहकुन सैलाब के हवाले से आलमी बरादरी के सामने पाकिस्तान का एक केस पेश किया। वज़ीर आज़म मोहम्मद शहबाज शरीफ की सरबराही में पाकिस्तान के वफ़द ने और दूसरे मरहले की मेज़बानी कर रहे थे वज़ीर ख़ारजा बिलावल भुट्टो जरदारी। ये थी PTV ताज़ा तरीन।
इस झूठ के पीछे भी मेरी मोहब्बत छुपी थी।
मोहब्बत? जिसे तुम मोहब्बत कह रही हो वो तुम्हारी झूठी आना और जिद थी। तुमने मुझे तो पा लिया, लेकिन मोहब्बत खो दी।